No matter how you're traveling tonight, there's no escape from the winter weather. Here's a look at the Allen Expressway. And as you can see, there's some snow on the road and the tracks. And along with the snow, those warmer temperatures we were seeing earlier this weekend are gone. And it's expected to get even chillier in the days to come. For more on that, let's bring in weather specialist Noor Afat. Hey, Noor.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Yeah, that's right. We knew it was coming, and yet it was still heartbreaking to watch it unfold before our eyes and feel helpless, being unable to keep those temperatures from cooling down. We're its coldest right now around this side of the province, Ottawa, 10 degrees colder than it was in the past 24 hours. And we know that the thermometer doesn't tell the full story. When you factor in the wind chill, well, that's where it's feeling closer to -16, -8 for our viewers in Toronto at this hour. Along with that, we've been seeing, of course, those winds picking up from the west, at times the northwest, and that has continued to enable a lot of that lake effect snow to continue around parts of the Great Lakes. So we're seeing it around Lake Huron, Simcoe County, Bruce County, where we're seeing weather statements in place for those snow squalls. 5 to 15 centimeters of snow this evening, blowing snow expected, so of course reduced visibility, hazardous driving conditions. And again, this is the reason why some in the GTHA are seeing flurries on and off through the afternoon and into the evening, and because these snow squalls are far-reaching as many communities around Lake Ontario. So again, this will continue heading into the evening. Nothing too crazy for the GTHA, but of course heavier amounts as you head towards those lakes that we mentioned, Lake Huron and Georgian Bay. By tomorrow, the snow squalls continue over there, but in southern Ontario, pushing further east, beautiful sunshine and dry conditions. And this is the kind of sunshine that we've been waiting for a while. Unfortunately, it will come at the expense of subfrigid temperatures. And something else I want to highlight, this is our last break before we get into several rounds of very messy conditions. Storms expected Tuesday into Wednesday. So looking ahead to the near future, tomorrow, temperatures at -5 for that high, feeling closer to -9. But for those that are getting the kids ready for school and getting ready for work in the morning, the wind chill feeling closer to -17. Kevin?
Thanks, Noor. He may no longer... All right, we got your Sky Tracker forecast with our weather specialist, Noor Afat. Noor, the line between a winter wonderland and a winter horror show can be so thin. What side of it are we on?
Yeah, I think, Kevin, I'm going to go with the horror show situation, especially...
Tough beat.
Yeah, a round of incoming storms headed our way in the next few days. Now, we are also seeing chillier conditions in the future, and those two things, even though you think may come together, actually will come separately. Let's take a look. Well, we felt it today. We'll continue to feel it even more tomorrow. Your high at -5 degrees. That's well below seasonal, with the wind chill feeling closer to -8 to -9. But of course, in the morning, that'll be the big one. Wind chill values at -17. So very important to layer up any exposed skin. Of course, at more risk of a frostbite. The beautiful sunshine we've been waiting for will be here. So that is the trade-off. You can't have your cake and eat it too. And in the coming days, that will be our main theme, because we are waiting, of course, for more relief from those Arctic conditions, and we will see that just like how the prairies are seeing it now. Unfortunately, that relief comes at a time when we're expected to see some stormy weather. So while that Arctic air shifts further north, heading into Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to see systems push in, bringing snow, rain, freezing rain to this part of the country. So here we are, taking a closer look. Again, some snow squalls continue around those lakes, Lake Huron, Georgian Bay, but clear, dry conditions, sunny conditions for much of southern Ontario and further east. By Tuesday, that changes. We're seeing cloud cover build, a dry start to your Tuesday, maybe some sunny breaks as well. And here comes this guy, just in time for that afternoon commute. Strong winds and heavy snow, blowing snow expected. Again, reduced visibility, messy road conditions, but the bigger system, the more substantial one, is following close behind. This one hits Tuesday, or rather Wednesday morning, and it's bringing heavier snowfall totals. Along with that, though, rain and freezing rain expected. So it'll be a mess out there on those roads. Again, expecting some strong gusting winds with this, so lots of precipitation flying around, and it continues into your afternoon. So do be mindful of that. We are expecting accumulation again. Those areas in the snow belt expecting to see some of the heaviest amounts, 13s towards Owen Sound, 14 in Caledon, 6 centimeters in Toronto, and 8 centimeters in Peterborough. And we'll see some melting, of course, in Toronto. That rain also isn't going to allow much of that snow to accumulate, but it will make for messy conditions. And for those, of course, north of the city, it'll be even messier or even snowier. Tuesday, 0 degrees. Wednesday, 3 degrees. That is our brief relief. And following that, well, temperatures drop quickly, rather, so risk of flash freezing, ice on the roads, black ice, slick sidewalks, possibility on Thursday. Heading into the weekend, well below average, your high at -5 for Sunday.
First look at the forecast. Here's weather specialist Noor Afat.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Well, the clouds have been clearing hour by hour, which gives us the beauty of a clear night, but what appears to be a darker sky behind the Toronto skyline. If you were joining us yesterday, we saw how cloudy it was, which made the sky somehow look lighter amid these conditions. Temperatures have been falling, and if you were outside, you have definitely noticed a shift from yesterday till today. And our temperatures are here to prove it. What a difference 24 hours can make across southwestern, southern, and eastern Ontario as we continue to see that Arctic air closing in. Winds are still breezy from the northwest. And that has meant that although the bulk of that snow has moved out, we're still seeing those snow squalls continue around Lake Huron and the Georgian Bay area. And a lot of these snow squalls continue to track further south, sending flurries into the GTHA, but also at times even more than that. We saw the weather statements expand to include areas like Aurora and Newmarket for that lake effect snow, blowing snow, reduced visibility at times with these systems. Now, the winds are continuing to shift heading into the overnight and into tomorrow. So we'll see the snow squalls continue, but at a different direction, still around some of these areas that I mentioned, like Huron and Georgian Bay. Clear, beautiful, sunny skies across southern and eastern Ontario, and that's something that we've been waiting for. Unfortunately, it comes at the expense of the coldest temperatures this upcoming week. You will still want to enjoy that sunshine, though, because by Tuesday, well, we'll be in for a messy round of several systems, I should say, headed your way that will be quite hard to shake off. So tomorrow, frigid, yes, but sunny, and that matters. -17 with the wind chill as you head out the door for work. Kevin?
Thanks, Noor. Following. All right, Sky Tracker forecast with our Noor Afat. Noor, good chance people are going to need a shovel next week, huh?
Yeah, that's certainly the case, Kevin, for large parts of central and eastern Canada. We are headed through messy conditions.
Thanks.
And I'm not talking about one round, but several rounds in the coming days. Let's have a look at how things are going to fare in your viewing region. I hope you're bundled up tomorrow morning. A wind chill of -17 will surely feel like a slap in the face by the afternoon. The best high we can do, -5 to -4. Now, you'll still want to spend time outside, I hope, because of the sunshine that we're getting. And it's going to last all the way through the morning and even through large parts of your afternoon. Unfortunately, after that, the messy weather rolls in. But the relief from the Arctic air also rolls in. Who's seeing it tomorrow? Well, large parts of southern Alberta, parts of southern Saskatchewan. It is on the way. Around southern Ontario as well, and further east. We just have to wait a few more days. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, that relief comes with a round of messy conditions, several rounds of messy conditions that will be hard to shake off. So tomorrow, there are some snow squalls still around Lake Huron, Georgian Bay. Some of that could push into Orillia, Barrie, Innisfil, maybe even Kawartha Lakes, but much of the rest of southern Ontario, dry and sunny. And by Tuesday, all of that changes. So a cloudy start to the day. There could be some very brief sunny breaks by the afternoon. Commute This guy moves in just in time, and you won't even get a chance to completely shake off the system before system number 2 moved in. This one will be more substantial, so heavier snow, strong gusting winds, meaning blowing snow, reduced visibility, hazardous driving conditions, but there's also some rain and freezing rain associated with this, and that will mean a whole lot of a mess for some of these areas that are seeing both of these conditions. The rain will also mean it'll be harder to see accumulation in areas like Toronto, but the further north you head away from the city, that's where you're more likely to see that snow accumulate. Minus 15 overnight tonight in London, minus 6 there tomorrow, along with Fort Erie. For some of our viewers around the GTHA, minus 4. In Hamilton, minus 5. In Milton, Oshawa, minus 5 degrees as well. That relief that we're talking about, well, the best we can do is 3 degrees by Wednesday amid these messy conditions, gusting winds up to 60 km. Watch what happens Thursday. Temperatures drop from above the freezing to below, so a risk of flash freeze is certainly there. Black ice, slippery road conditions, slick sidewalks, that's a big possibility heading into Thursday. Temperatures remain